This monitor. This monitor has curves in all the right places. This monitor has curves in all the right places. Roll the goddamn intro. What's up guys, Caleb here with another installment of Reality Check, and today is all about the Asus MX34 VQ. Now, I have not used a lot of curved monitors on my time on this planet Earth, but there is something pretty special about this one. So it's 34 inches, it's ultra wide, it's curved, it's got wireless Qi charging, it's 100 Hz refresh rate, 4 millisecond response time, and it has the karmen speakers, which are pretty great, but it does pack a pretty hefty price tag. So it's 14,000 Rand, roughly 14,000 Rand on Rebel Tech. And the question I'm asking myself is, does it have enough bells and whistles to back up that price? Let's talk about it in a little bit more detail. This thing is super sexy. From the front, from the back, yeah girl. From the side, keep it coming. Keep it coming, yeah! I particularly like the matte silver gray finish on the front and on the stand, but the best part about it for me is the finish on the back, which is like this mesh. It is plastic, but it's like this really nice textured mesh finish. My one beef with it being the massive, like smooth plastic gap in the middle that has the giant Asus logo on it. But other than that, aesthetically, super sexy. From a build perspective, it's really hefty and robust. And aesthetically, I feel like it suits any environment. So you can put this in your office and you won't be getting disapproving looks from your coworkers. There's no crazy flashing RGB. The port selection is pretty decent as well. It gives you 3 HDMI 2.0s and 1 display 1.2, as well as a headphone jack on top of that. But there are no USB ports, which I think is a slight missed opportunity. It would have just made this monitor a little bit more functional. To counter that though, they do have Qi wireless charging, which is such a dope addition to a monitor like this. So you can just have your phone constantly charging in front of you at all times, which I think is a great touch. Make sure you go into the settings so that you can turn it to charge when the display is set to standby mode. So that when your computer goes to sleep, it still charges. And then also to turn off the LED that notifies you when your phone is wirelessly charging, because it flashes, it's not constant, and it can be kind of annoying. Moving on to the screen at 34 inches with the resolution of 3440 by 1440, it is a visual orgasm. It's huge! And on top of that, the bezels are extremely thin, under 1 centimeter, roughly about 9 millimeters, which just adds to the overall sexiness of it. Now, it's got an 1800R curve, which is pretty aggressive and one of the larger curves that you can get out on the market. And the 178-degree viewing angle is not great, but it does have 100% sRGB color coverage, as well as a 3000:1 contrast ratio. The standard and sRGB picture profiles out of the box were the ones that I would definitely gravitate towards. The other picture profiles were really oversaturated, but you can tweak it a little bit to get it to suit your needs a bit more, and you can tweak a fair amount of settings as well. I will say, however, that if you want to unlock the screen's full potential, you should use something like Color Monkey or an external screen calibrator to get its full potential. Another awesome feature that it has though is a blue light filter. So if you spend 8 hours looking at your screen in a day, then this is definitely something that you would appreciate. On top of all that, it also has a 100 Hz refresh rate and a 4 millisecond response time, which is nowhere close to the best, but it's still better than average. So if you want to do some awesome fluid ultra-wide gaming on this monitor, it can definitely back that up. The Harman and Hardon speakers were really impressive. Now, I wasn't expecting that much from them because monitor speakers usually aren't that great, but upon first impressions, upon first hearing them, blown away just by the low end and the overall clarity and volume of the speakers. But let's jump into a binaural recording so you can have a listen yourself. So this is our binaural audio recording setup. You should be hearing the audio crossfade shortly, and now moving from your right ear around the front to your left ear. And we're going to start with audio from a 2015 MacBook Pro so you can get an idea of the volume and the low end. So let's have a listen. Now, we know MacBook Pro speakers have always been really, really decent, but just as a comparison, have a listen to this, guys.
mean, the difference is truly night and day. Like the low end, the clarity, the volume, it's undisputable how awesome those speakers actually are. Anyways, back to the review.
Now, I was pretty impressed with that. So if you were using these in a personal capacity, like in your own office at home or for gaming in your bedroom, then this is going to be perfectly usable across the board. Editing, music, gaming, it's really, really great. It also has a pretty extensive equalizer where you can adjust the frequencies to tune the speakers to how you like it inside the menu, which I was also really surprised with as well. And whilst we're on the topic of the menu, the control mechanism used on this monitor is the best I have used. Really simple, intuitive, easy to understand. It's an analog stick with directional mapping and a center press so you can select things. Simple, that's how you do it, people. That's how it's done. So to sum it all up, this is no doubt an expensive screen. It comes in at around 14,200 Rand on Rebeltech. Now that packs a serious financial punch. But in my self-proclaimed professional opinion, I think it's a fair price to ask for all the bells and whistles that it provides in terms of the refresh rate, response time, color accuracy, curved, size. It's definitely an appropriate price tag. And also if you look at other monitors that are the same size, same resolution from different brands, you're gonna be seeing a much heftier price tag. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this week's installment of Reality Check. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Asus MX34QV. Think that's right? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week for another installment of Reality Check. Peace!